You're listening to the voice of the Blue Eagle.
You know what it is.
Blue
On the
Eagle.
Simulcast Radio.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9.
3 o'clock prayer. You died, Jesus, but the source of life flowed out for souls, and the ocean of mercy opened up for the whole world. O fountain of life, immeasurable divine mercy, cover the whole world and empty yourself out upon us. O blood and water, which flowed out from the heart of Jesus as a fountain of mercy for us, I trust in you. Holy God, holy mighty one, holy immortal one, have mercy on us and the whole world. Holy God, holy mighty one, holy immortal one, have mercy on us and the whole world. Holy God, holy mighty one, holy immortal one, have mercy on us and the whole world. Amen. Jesus, King of mercy, we trust in you.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiding at gigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Katipunan.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Sa The Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan.
Mga Katipuneros, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Level up.
Ang dami agad na pag-usapan off-cam. Yung iba hindi pwede.
Madaming hindi
Madami.
pwede.
Pero, Bianca, kumusta? Bianca Gonzalez-Intal's here. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm
When were
so
you last
happy
here?
in the campus. Wow, maybe 2 years ago for a talk. Yeah,
Ganun
siguro
lang, alternative
since
class talks.
parang ganyan.
Did
Oo,
you ever
mga-
see yourself like teaching here?
Yes,
Eventually,
dream ko dati. Honestly,
Ayan, go! Huy, come the
Ay.
part, man. She's just
actually
here.
hindi ko. Ang dream
ano?
ko dati,
Philo.
magturo ng philo.
Ay, nandiyan naman si Doc.
Pag nakapag-aral na ako.
Ganun, it's a requirement.
Pero that was, sa dami yata ng philo units ko, kaya ako ginusto
Pwede.
maging teacher.
But I said, yun nga, you have to anchor
Pero
your
oo nga,
philosophy.
Kom,
I was a
pwede
philo
nga.
major eh. So you have to anchor your philo into something more concrete.
Correct.
Kung hindi lulutang ka. So, but you want to be a philo teacher. So, babalik
Dati,
naman.
gusto
so,
ko
you
maging philo
practice
teacher.
common media.
Yes.
Tapos, babalik dito to like, tama yun eh. It's action, reflection. Ang nakakalimutan natin, pag nandun na tayo sa field, wala na. Because you're planning for the next episode, next project.
Yes.
The reflection part is really gone.
Yes. Pero
diba?
pwede nga rin ang com, ano? Kasi anong pwede ko ituro sa com?
Pwede naman. Alam mo ko ano?
Ano?
We're trying to develop that. I saw Mark Escalera in a wake. I said com ethics. Really?
Wow.
Ito yung ano
Bigat.
What we can do is try to get samples. Ano yun? Parang different issues, practical examples of ethical issues kung paano na-surmount ng mga tao. Kasi pinagdaanan din naman natin. yan.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yun yung parang paano na pagwagihan or paano ay nag-compromise. Ang daming pwedeng matutunan. Kasi you know what? Yung mga nasa com natin ng mga libro, when you're studying, foreign models. So we
Correct.
need to like document all these things. I'm sure ang dami natin
True.
kasama sa community, sa media na maraming pinagdaanan. Tapos you know what?
Yes.
How did they surmount or surpass or transcend all these ethical or moral concerns?
Tama.
Ikaw ba ano yung pinakasigago? From a com major ng Ateneo, what was the hardest part when like, you plunge into the industry?
You mean real life na?
Yes,
after
real
com?
life. O mamaya tayo mag-backtrack.
Walang kinalaman sa grades.
Okay.
For
Totoo
sure.
naman.
It
Totoo
was... Ang hardest for me was earning your spot. Parang
That's true.
ganyan.
That's true.
Mahirap
Did your being an
kasi-
Atenean work against you? For some,
Oo, until now.
Oo,
Until
yeah, that's
now.
very real. Yung
Yes.
tipong kala nila, hindi natin magagawa at hindi tayo... No, there's some jobs in media na tipong, ay, social ka kasi. May ganun
Yes.
prejudgment.
For sure. Actually, hanggang ngayon, which is
really?
dati sinusubukan kong
Buwag yan.
labanan.
Labanan, yes.
Until sinabi sa akin ni Tito Boy Abunda, my manager, but also an Atenista,
Yes.
na pag ganyan, i-embrace mo eh.
Correct.
Kailangan mong i-embrace.
And make it work to your advantage,
yes.
no?
So, when I say it worked against me, yung pagiging Atenista ko sa trabaho kong pagiging TV host, it's more of,
Kasi we cater daw to the elite group.
yes, hindi ako nabibigyan ng chance na gumawa ng mga trabaho or hosting jobs na medyo masa ang feel.
Masa
Kasi mataas
meaning,
ako.
mataas
Yun ang- oo.
or walang drama yung buhay mo. Yun, di ba?
Yan,
At a
may
certain
mga
point,
walang
di ba?
bubog,
Walang
ganyan.
bubog. Yung tipong, walang history na pwedeng kapitan yung mga tao. Ganun yung
Yes,
palagi
or di
sinasabi.
makarelate.
Dahil masaya
Or-
sa buhay.
Dahil din mataas. Laging mataas yung...
Di ba? May ganung...
Yun yung naririnig kong term. But yun nga, tama ka. Kailangan mo lang gawa ng paraan to make it work to your advantage.
That's true. So, isa yun
Yeah.
sa mga, okay, when you enter the industry, yun yung ano. Ano pa?
Ang mahirap?
Yung that you have to surmount at a certain point. But
Ano
she
nga ba?
earned her she's so hardworking. She joined mga brainstorming groups, no?
Yes,
Parang
yun
ako-
ang first job ko
Yeah,
actually sa
yeah.
ABS-CBN. Brainstormer. Kasi gusto ko maging writer.
Yes.
And the reason na nag-part-time job ako sa ABS was because I was studying at Ateneo. Carpool ako, nakatira ako sa
Ang ganda,
Parañaque.
yes.
Hindi ako nag-dorm. So parang for me, hindi ako makapag org or maging active sa org.
Correct.
Kasi nga, uwi na ako kasi 3
Correct.
hours pa uwi, di ba?
Correct.
So I wasn't doing anything aside from school. Bilang
Get all
isang
those
overachiever,
stories. Okay.
sabi ko, bored na ako, I want to do something.
That's
So
true.
third year college, I took on a part-time job as a brainstormer under Enrico Santos.
That's good. Okay.
Para maging writer sana. And then
Was that
dun ako-
credited somewhere in your comm classes? No? Was it a practical
I
work?
don't
No?
remember. Parang
It
hindi.
wasn't. Okay, so
Tapos, doon ko na-meet si Jet Valle.
okay.
Our friend,
okay.
Jet Valle.
Mahal natin yan. Who's a Lasalite, but then who loves us.
Who was then
Okay.
managing na Drew Arellano.
Oh, who's a Lasalite too.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
yes.
Who was then up-and-coming host sa GMA.
Yes.
And then sabi niya, di ba tong batang to parang nag-model to? Bakit
Correct.
ka writer dito?
Correct.
Bakit ka nakahawak sa idiot board? Ganyan. Gusto mo ba maging artista? So
What was
that's
that
where
show
it
you were like
started.
holding it boards
It was called Bling.
for? Okay, yes.
Do you remember this?
The youth-oriented show, yes.
It was a youth variety show.
Yes, yes.
And then, kasabay siya dapat ng Was Up, Was Up.
Yes.
Hindi siya natuloy, kumbaga na-reject siya ng management. So si Drew nag-Was Up, Was Up.
Nakapag-tape na kayo ng episode.
Nakapag-tape
Oh,
kami
yun.
ng mock-up.
It's a pilot,
You call it a
yes,
mock-up
yeah.
pilot. And then, hindi siya na-approve. So si Drew was transferred to Was Up, Was Up.
Yes.
With Vong and Tony. And then, yun na.
Na for
I
me,
started
no, napaka-pioneering or trailblazing at that time yung Was Up, Was Up. And
Yes.
back then, before that was 6 o'clock news or abangan ng susunod na kabanata. Why don't we have that now? We need the, parang even you can air protest, you can air, di ba, a parody there.
Right.
Yun,
Huwag na tayo lumayo. Why Speak was also the batchmate of
We
Was
love
Up,
that.
Was Up.
We love that. We
I
miss
think
that.
kasi ibang-iba na talaga. Everything
That's true.
now
That's true.
is digital. Ibang-iba na ang space ng TV.
And that's your world.
Digital.
You're known there. I will go there.
Grabe naman yung
No. I said, ang gusto natin dun sa digital, you represent something. You're not there because of vanity. That's very clear to you, no? You know your brand when you entered that. Hindi kayong a day in the life of Bianca. Hindi.
Okay, I think aside from, tama ka,
Yes.
but I think nangyari yon because one, you know how private I am.
Yes.
Hindi ko kaya yung, hi guys, here's my family, here's my house.
That's
Hindi ko
true.
kaya.
That's
It's
true.
for some people, but
That's
for me,
true.
hindi.
Yes.
I think then yung
Ganda.
aking I know my
At
brand.
least you knew what you didn't want.
Yes,
Also,
I knew
no?
how to say no.
Yes, that was earlier
I
on.
think din yung boundary na alam ko kung ano ako was because we started in the industry, wala pang
That's
social
true.
media.
That's
So
true.
buo na yung idea ko ng kung ano ako bilang broadcaster.
Mahalaga yun. And what you represent.
Yes,
di ba?
I knew it. So much so, nung biglang nag-start ang social media, naging extension lang siya ng kung sino ako.
That's true. And then, you would know certain people, ay, forte niya yan, dito natin i-alok. Di ba? Parang when you knew what you wanted, you were firm by it. One clear example. We offered Bianca a role in Tito Dolphy special.
Yes!
Yeah, I remember that. Because I was like helping
my
the group of
goodness.
Tito Dolphy mount a special for his anniversary, I think.
Yes.
Well, I think si Ryan got it. Sabi niya, oh sige, gagawin ko. But si Bianca sasabihin, only if I'm portraying myself.
Yes.
Yun,
So parang ang
not
naging
a role,
ending,
di ba?
nagkaroon ako ng role. I wasn't in any scene with Mang
Correct,
Dolphy,
correct.
but my role was parang red
Yourself.
carpet host.
Okay.
So as myself pa
Yun
rin
talaga.
talaga.
Tama naman yun. Not losing yourself, not acting a role. And you were firm on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Not because hindi ako, kasi di ba we're all about being open to learn.
That's true. That's
not
true.
because
That's true.
I'm not open to learn. It's because alam ko yung
Hindi
gusto
raw siya
ko.
marunong umarte. Yun yung sinasabi. Nasabi ko, pero matututunan mo, pero...
Hindi ko siya interest.
Okay, correct,
At
correct.
all. Like,
Na maganda, ha?
gusto kong napapanood ang
Yes,
ganyan, Judy Ann,
yes,
John
yes.
Lloyd Bea. But
Yes.
to be that, hindi ko gusto. So,
No, at least tama yung brand. So when you interview them, you're not one of them. Well, no, you don't use that lens. You're
Tama din.
Journalist yung ano.
Tama
Pero may
din.
nawalang opportunity.
of course,
Oo, no?
madami. Alam mo,
Kasi-
I remember clearly itong conversation na to. So, 2006, I had been hosting na for a
Yes,
few years
yes.
noon. Ginawa kong housemate in Pinoy Big Brother.
Ayan na. Nako.
Magulo yung mga panahon na yun.
Okay, sige.
Oo.
Pero tatanungin ko na rin naman.
Yun.
Okay, good.
So, naging housemate ako.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently, because nga, eventually, I
You
would
will be
become
a host, yes.
They wanted a host na alam yung feeling maging
Okay,
housemate.
correct,
Parang ganyan.
correct.
So, I remember after lumabas, syempre, ang daming offers. Oh, do this,
Parang
ganyan.
hindi lang vicarious yung
Acting.
participation.
Oo,
Okay.
naging ang daming offers for acting after.
Correct.
And I remember a phone conversation with Tito Boy. Naalala ko, I was driving home from work. Tapos kausap ko si Tito Boy sa phone. And we were talking about what next steps. And then sabi ko, Tito Boy, I just really want to be a host. Yun lang ang gusto kong gawin. Yun lang ang interest ko.
Very good.
Gusto kong
Magpakagaling.
mag-focus.
Yes,
Oo,
yes,
mag-focus doon. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, Bianca, I'll be honest with you, there will not be many opportunities.
Ang galing na. Diretso.
Diretso siya.
But you were willing to take that.
Sabi ko, yes. Parang I will chart my own path some way, somehow. Oo, naalala ko yun. Sabi
Wala
niya kasi,
pang digital yun, ha? No? Oo.
Yes, wala pa.
Yes.
Meaning, ang sasabihin niya sa akin, hindi malakikita mo. Yun ang bottom line. Kung artista ka, ito ang capability ng paycheck mo. Kung host ka, ang konti ng opportunities.
Correct.
But sabi ko, hindi din naman to yung ina-expect kong maging career ko. I really wanted to be behind the scenes.
Yes.
So, we'll see what it has for me. So, 15,
Yes.
16 years down the line, andito pa rin
That's
naman
it.
ako. So,
and you
I
stand
guess
for
it worked
something.
out.
And the brands will embrace you because you represent something.
Ay, salamat naman.
Okay, pero ito nga. Well, during that time, sige, paano naman mo identify? During those
hindi
years...
na yan alam ng kabataan ngayon, Noel.
Na
Grabe
noon?
naman. No,
Talaga? Ngayon? Ikaw? Na ganon? Hindi na ba?
Hindi na. Mga ano na ang alam nila.
Na?
May entrata, ganyan.
Hindi, no? Si Bianca was really hot. She was one of the it girls during that. Pero hindi siya yung ano,
Parang
no?
never naman
Mag-fashion
ako
show.
naging-
Nag-fashion show ka ba? Nag-ganon ka rin, no? For a while.
Konting-konti.
Oo.
Konting-konti.
Pero let's remind them about what you... Okay, during the time of Nino, kumusta?
Ay, ang tagal na.
Ayan.
Oh my gosh.
So, ang mga mahal natin yan. Noel,
Oo
dati
naman.
kasi, si Jeday tsaka si Ryan nagde-date kasama yung si Lino tsaka
Yes.
si Bianca kasi nandun si Father Tito Kaluwag, di ba? Okay, game.
Yes.
So, what was that about? Well, what did you learn from that experience?
Which experience?
The whole thing with Lino, for example.
And Pinoy Big Brother, you
Yes,
mean?
yes. I wasn't Pinoy Big Brother. You
Yeah,
were
that was-
together. You were
Yes.
together before you entered Pinoy Big Brother.
Yes. And then after doon na nagkanda, gulo-gulo.
No, not test.
Oo.
Not test.
Yes.
No, pero yun, during that time kasi, feeling ko, well, kailangan mag-ingat, di ba? No. That was the time you were like trying to, there was a plateau that you wanted to like, okay, level up yung relasyon or level, di ba ganun yung ano? Level up ba yung career and all? Tapos hindi lang nagsabay-sabay. So the learning was?
Ako? Oh, wow. Talagang, you are meant to meet certain people in
That's
your life
true.
to
Serve a purpose.
serve a purpose, teach you something,
That's
pero
true.
it doesn't mean that it didn't work out na parang it's for the best that it didn't work
Because
out.
I remember, Bianca was close to the whole family.
Ay,
She was
I still am.
Yun
I
nga,
still
parang
am.
ang ganda nga ng, ang ganda ng ganong dynamics na magkaiba
Yes.
man yung paniniwala, nandun parang nakasuporta yung pamilya.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my. I owe them so much of what I know, of
Okay.
like yung mga natutunan ko, mga taong na-meet ko,
Correct,
lahat,
correct,
ganyan.
correct,
Bukas
correct.
yung mundo ko. I became interested in being more vocal about politics dati
That's good.
kasi
That's
na-meet
good.
ko sila lahat.
That's
Ganyan.
good.
Oo.
And then, dun sa bahay ni Kuya, naman, the Zanja thing was a phase.
Face ba? Parang it's like when you have a crush
No,
in
ganda.
school.
Napaka
tapos-
ano, no? Ang ganda, napaka...
Ito ang perfect kung
napaka-real
college
na
student
okay,
ang
kung college
nakikinig
student,
nito,
okay.
siya ang English blockmate mo.
Ang
na naging
blackmate, so
crush
hindi
mo. Parang
hero
ganyan.
worship, hindi ganon.
Ay, hindi
naman
naman.
kuya.
Hindi.
So you thought
Parang
of him
English-
na pwede kayo, parang
Oh,
ganon?
parang ganyan.
Okay.
English blockmate crush siya. Tapos,
Pero
siya yung
pinaubayan mo sa kaibigan mo afterwards. Hindi ba ganun yung nangyari?
Alam mo yung parang pag hindi mo na classmate, tapos
That's
iba na yung
true.
mundo mo, ay hindi pala. Crush mo lang siya nung time na yon. Pero
Parang kunyari may
mabait.
seminar, during a seminar, during that duration, yun yung crush, and after that,
Oo, masama lang kasi nagkataon, nangyari yon and I was in a relationship. So, thank God talaga wala pang social media nun. Kundi,
Ay, hindi naman. No, it wasn't. No, you were responsible. And
I
you
was.
were
I said
real.
so. I
no.
owned up to it naman after.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then, tsaka hindi. Yung discernment was a real process.
Yeah.
It was a good process.
Yeah, and I think, parang doon nakita ng tao na, ang dami nakarelate eh. I
Oo
mean,
naman.
how many
Oo
times
naman.
sa mundo nangyari sa isang tao na nasa isang relasyon siya? Wag lang married. Nasa
Oo
isang
naman.
relasyon siya
Oo
tapos
naman.
biglang napatingin sa iba. Diba? Ang daming
Totoo
nakaka-relate
naman.
sa struggle na yon.
And then in the end, you learn from it and then parang, ay okay, kahit naman the boy,
Yes.
parang iba, pagtatagpuin
Yes.
kayo ng pagtatagpuin ng tamang tao.
Yes.
Then we get to JC.
Ay,
Oh.
na-atenista din.
Na-atenista rin. Pero hindi mo rin yan inisip.
Ay, hindi.
Wala, no? From left
no.
field talaga.
No, yes.
Paano nangyari, kapatid?
Si JC, my husband, actually, 2 batches below me siya sa Ateneo.
Yes, o yan pa.
And never kami nag-meet dito sa
So,
school.
hindi ate ang tingin. Hindi
Hindi. Kasi we're both 1983.
Okay, game.
Old lang ako. Old lang siya
Okay.
first batch. Young ako for my
Okay.
batch. Never kami nag-meet dito sa Ateneo.
Yeah.
It was years after. We only met 2010. So I was working na, basketball player na siya. You know Tita Didi Lopa
Yes,
and Rapa
yes,
Lopa.
yes.
We met because of Tita Didi Lopa was our matchmaker.
Okay, and then?
I remember
But you met him not when you were lonely. You weren't.
no, I wasn't.
Di
I
ba?
wasn't. I
At least
wasn't
you
lonely.
knew, okay, tama to. Pinagdasal mo.
Hindi
Ay, hindi
din.
rin.
I wasn't looking. Kasi I broke up with a long-term boyfriend. Long-ish term boyfriend who was also a tenista.
Sino?
Hindi ko makilala. Batches older.
Okay.
Yeah. So after Lino, my boyfriend was Vincent Santos, a football
okay,
player
okay
na din,
naman,
but
okay na,
like 8 batches above
I've heard
me.
of- yeah.
We were together maybe 2 years, and then yan, isa na namang tao who will teach you so many things, but
Like
you're
what
not meant
was
to
the
be
learning?
together.
What is the learning there?
Ako, ang dami. Ang dami
Yeah.
namang adulting and parang getting to know myself.
So
Yan ang
they all tried preparing you to a good relationship
yes,
na mas
exactly.
lasting.
Like, I
Okay.
cannot imagine being ready to meet my husband kung hindi ko nagawa yung mistakes ko dun sa iba.
But
Yeah.
you're friends with all of them.
Yes, yes.
Ang ganda.
I mean like,
Ang ganda.
speaking terms.
Ang ganda.
Yes.
Well, with JC kasi parang he's water to your fire.
Wow.
Isn't he?
Ang
Well,
ganda
that's
naman ng
that's our impression of your.
Yeah.
And I was
Minsan siya din yung fire at ako yung water. Iba-iba.
alam ko yung na-reverse nga when I saw his art. Sabi kong ganun, ay iba. So, ikaw naman yung support doon sa art. Well, we'll try to discuss that pag siya na yung nandito. Pero, Bianca, what drew you to him?
So, first of all, for Tita
Or iba na yung need during that time?
Hindi naman. Kasi what happened was, si Tita Didi Lopa, when she, kumbaga, siya yung naging matchmaker, someone's asking for your number, I want to introduce you to someone. I knew in my heart of hearts, kasi I love Tito Rapa and Tita Didi.
So, hindi kayo
loyal.
papahama.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Parang
true. May mga ganon.
For her to
My God, may
say
ganyan
na
tayo.
gusto niya ako i-set up dito. And at the time,
Mabait na
nasa
tao.
age na ako na hindi na yung pang playtime na relationship.
Hindi kasi Sarah Geronimo.
Ay, grabe naman. Bakit
noon.
ganon?
Na ikaw na si parang ready
Parang
to settle down. Oo nga.
age. So, binisip ko, it's a serious recommendation.
Yes, from
kumbaga.
people who love you.
Yes.
Diba? Okay.
So, I didn't think anything of it. Ang tagal bago ma-set up yung first date. Ganyan.
Okay.
So, finally, nung first time kami magkakita, dapat lunch lang.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be only lunch. We ended up talking. Naghiwalay kami midnight na.
Oh.
Ganun lang. That simple. What was supposed to be lunch, we ended up talking, hitting it off, talking more.
Okay.
Yun na.
Yung 5 steps ka palagi. Number
Number
1, you know
Ano
it's a
yung
right
5
person kung gumagaling ka sa ginagawa mo. Do you like, a feeling ko, you
Yes.
both like realize and actualize yourself and you're at your best when you're with each other. Okay.
Yes.
Or you like encourage each other to be the best.
More that. Encourage, support, lift you when you're down.
That's true. That's
listen to you when you need an ear.
That's true.
Ganyan. Yeah.
Second, bumabait ka. Di ba?
Hindi naman ako hindi mabait.
Hindi, pero mas bumabait ka. Totoo, di ba?
Oo naman.
natitest yung limits mo of
At
patience.
saka yung sinong linya to? Jack Nicholson, You Make Me Wanna Be a Better Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Parang ganyan.
That's true.
Version
Natitest yung limits mo ng kabaitan, kabutihan.
Yes.
Number 3, lumalapit ka sa Diyos.
Yes,
You're
yes.
prayerful, mas
I'm not
perspective.
super religious, but we
Yun
are
nga. That's good.
always thankful
That's
and
good.
always lifting everything up.
Here, number 4, all the systems.
Ano
Like
yung system?
family, friends.
The support
systems are like all geared towards parang making it work.
Yes.
Oo eh.
And
At nasa tamang hulog. Hindi lang yung kunyari family or yung inner circle, but a bigger community or commitment to a community is there. Hindi yung ina-isolate kayo sa ibang tao. Hindi yan. No?
Yes.
Then last ito, maganda.
Welcome.
Natotoo to, no? When you look at your pictures, pinakamaganda ka nung kasama mo siya. Kasi hindi ba yung parang gano'n, no? Oo eh. Yung hindi ka mukhang ngarag. Totoo, di ba? There are relationships na tipong, balikan mo yung mga pictures mo, Bianca.
Oh my God. Ayaw
Kailan
ko
ka
na
pinakapangit? Kailan ka pinakapangit? Yung mga,
Ay, alam ko.
or yun yung time na pinakangarag ka, di ba? Not with the things that you in your relationship. So, yun
I think
yun,
what you mean is when you are truly happy, you see it in the eyes.
That's true.
May inner
Sinasabi
glow.
mo yan, sasabihin, ang ganda naman ni Juday ngayon. Parang ganun, ang ganda ni
Yes.
Iza ngayon. Kasi,
Yes.
you know, they're at a happy place.
Yes, in a happy place.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
yun.
Yes.
So,
Naman ko
tama.
yung 5 na
Ako yun
yan.
lang talaga. Parang tama yun eh.
I
Tama
like
bumabait.
that.
Anyway,
Oo.
balik na tayo. Here in All Caps, and we celebrate who we were, what we love, who we love, and what we stand for, and what's next. So, number 1, what kind of student were you?
What kind of student?
Okay, balik. Backtrack. Parating na siguro si Doc Le bago siya
Oh
dumating.
my! Ano
What-
ako? Nerd.
Were you diligent? You
Super.
were.
Nerd, taking down notes.
Laman ka ng library.
Not library.
Saan? Okay,
bench
would
lang.
know. Oh, yan,
May bench pa nung
Saan?
panahon namin.
Saan doon?
So, my bench was then called the Snake Pit. Namana ko lang sa ate ko. It was in,
Ay, sa hello.
yeah, it was in the quad.
Okay.
There,
Yes, but it was a
Snake
good
Pit.
place.
Yeah.
Walang hindi nahuhulog yung mga
Higad.
Oh, higad. Di ba yun yung
Nahigad ako once. I was a
Okay.
freshman.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, worst experience.
Okay.
Oo.
And then, tamayan mo dun lang. Dun sa
Yes, I was
Petang
tambay
tawag.
ng bench at CAF.
shout out sa mga kaibigan mo na pwedeng mag-refer dito sa conversation na to. Sino yung mga kaibigan
Oh
mo
my
noon?
gosh,
and sino
Pepel
yung ba-
Santos, who is my
Pepel,
best
and
friend.
then?
Sa kami nag-meet talaga sa bench. And then
Okay.
Ian Simpao, who was
Okay.
from Zobel also. And then
Okay.
Ateneo, magkasama kami. Yun ang lagi kong katambay sa bench.
And
na
then, saan kayo
batchmates ko.
kumakain?
CAF.
CAF.
Ako yung student na tamad lumabas ng Katipunan
So,
to
hindi
eat.
mo
So,
sinurvey yung mga kainan sa labas kasi yun yung
Minsan,
gagawin.
bihira.
Kasi next class mo. Nakaplano ba yung
Hindi
class
lang,
mo na half
parang
day ka lang?
I don't mind na paulit-ulit yung ulam ko. Tapos paikot-ikot lang sa CAF.
Tayo,
Kasi nandun
person
eh.
of habit, di ba?
Yes. Tapos nung time na yun yung
I remember.
chicken strips with gravy. Kay Chris Chu pa nga yata yung may-ari nun.
Tapos
Oo.
nun,
Is it still
meron
there?
kang milk, ang datawag nun, fruit shake na nandun.
Milo ako nun, Milo. Oo.
Okay. So, person of habit. Totoong
Yes.
ganun.
And parang okay na ako sa pagkain sa CAF. Ba't pa ako lalabas?
So it's really the routine, no? Parang like
Yes.
marriage, it's not a spectacle, but it's a daily routine na masaya ka.
Yes. So,
What else?
yun.
What else? Saan kayo kumakain?
Well, because nga from Paranaque, carpool girl ako.
Ang
So,
ganda.
sa Gonzaga ang pick-up ng carpool noon.
School traditions or school events that you looked forward to?
Meron ba?
Meron ba? Basketball, did you attend?
I watched the UAAP.
Okay.
Yes. Ang batchmate kong players ay sina Larry Fanasher.
Yes, Larry,
That was my
okay.
batch. And Magnum Membrere. I would
Okay.
watch some, not all.
And then, ano pa yung, but were you active in
Hindi
school
nga ako
then?
active kasi nga
Di you need to sign up for any
uwi na
org?
ako. I did. Nag-sign
What?
up ako for AJMA and ACOM. Pero yung para lang may laman yung biodata. Hindi ako active. Kasi
okay.
nga, after school, hindi na ako nagsistay. Umuwi na ako.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever had a relationship when you were in college?
Yes, I had a college boyfriend who was an English block. Kaya I mentioned English blockmate.
Okay.
English blockmate ko siya. And then, 4th year din kami nag-break.
Dahil sa proximity. Palang nandiyan lang siya
Dahil
palagi.
sa...
ano?
we broke up kasi at the time I was working na so parang lumaki na yung
Diba?
mundo ko. Nag-iba na kami we saw how
ganda.
different our paths were.
Ang ganda naman. So, how was it being in college na may relationship? Was it, hadlang ba yun in looking,
No.
in knowing who you are or trying to
No.
like assert your identity?
I can imagine college would be so much fun kung single ka. But
That's
ako, I was
true.
in a very comfortable relationship.
Ang galing.
Pero inspiring lang. Like, syempre, kilig-kilig ka.
Okay.
Yeah. It was that
Okay.
kind.
Where did you excel in college? Anong class yung excited kang pinapasukan?
Philo.
Philo talaga, nerd
I
ka
took,
talaga.
well, all my, super nerd.
Okay.
I took all my comm classes and I loved all my comm classes.
Sino yung nare-remember
Oh, Mark
mo?
Escaler, of
Mark, oo
course.
naman,
Every comm student na babae loves Sir Mark
of course,
Escaler.
of course.
Of
He's a
course,
dean,
Father
no? Of
Nick.
course, okay.
Father Nick at that time, of
The
course.
late Father Nick. We love him.
Sev was my teacher.
Okay.
Yan, all those classes. And then Quark was my teacher also.
Okay,
First
that's
year
cute.
niya of teaching nung
Ang galing.
naging kagroup ko
Nagawa
pa
na
nun
niya yung mga
si...
pelikula niya noon? Or
No,
papunta
not
pa
yet.
lang?
Papunta pa
Okay.
lang. At hindi mo kaya ng batchmate, ang blockmate ko noon or groupmate was Dan Villegas.
Oh, Dan.
Yes, kami
Wala
ang
pa si Tonet
magkasama.
noon.
Wala pa si Tonet noon. And Bobby Bonifacio, who's also
Ang ganda.
directed a couple of
Ang
films
ganda.
for
So,
Star.
well, with those interactions, you never thought of like crossing over to film or you
Yun
wanted
talaga
to
ang
be
gusto ko. Filmmaker talaga ang gusto ko.
And you want to pursue that passion? Not necessarily feature film, but probably documentary, which is very popular now.
Hindi ko pa naiisip, but sometimes
That
nga,
can be a possibility.
naisip ko ang pag full circle nung prod mindset ko sa
Can
akin
be
is
that.
yung hindi, now how that I create my own content. Doon
That's
ko
true.
nagagamit
That's true.
yung prod training ko, ganyan.
Ang galing. Galing kasi parang, of course, mamaya pag-usapan natin yun nga. When was it time for you to say, oy, kailangan ko nang gawin libro naman? Na meron kang contribution to new knowledge. It's not,
Yes.
again, not for vanity, but then, we have to like, parang synthesize everything or put together everything. Yung documentation of things should be there. Ang aga mong naramdaman yung need.
Wow.
Why?
I guess as a hobbyist writer, dream mo to have a book. You also,
That's
di
true,
ba? You
yeah.
love writing.
But it
and
took me like 25 years. And to
Yes.
market, parang sabi ko, parang in
It's
our industry
time.
kasi it's not a practice.
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
So, parang yun nga, action, reflection, action. Ang ginagawa ng mga tao sa atin, action lang talaga. So, you took time off when you wrote your book.
No. I
Hindi
was
talaga?
that happened at a crazy time of my life. I was in the thick
Wow.
of planning my wedding. And then, same year yun, 2014. I was
Okay.
planning my wedding. I was working full-time. And then, I was writing the book. But you know how when you're young, syempre was younger nun.
Yes.
You're young, you're
And
on a
everything
high,
will
you're
fall into
inspired.
place.
Yes,
Na parang
exactly.
Maayos, nahulog sa hulma. And then, what did the book give you? Parang, it's really a different kind of credibility, I guess, and a high. Iba yung
Yes,
high ng...
yes.
Kasi nasa library ka.
Yes.
So, paano mo chinerish at parang in-enjoy yung pagiging author?
Ako hindi. More than cherish and in-enjoy. It's more of I found a calling. I
That's
found
true.
kasi di ba ang dating mold ng advocacy is education,
That's true. That's true.
health,
That's true.
poverty, alleviating poverty. Ang naisip ko na ibang facet of this advocacy is everyone has problems. Everyone needs to
May
know
ganong
na
acceptance and humility, no? Totoo eh.
Everyone needs to know na kung ano man yung problema nila, hindi sila nag-iisa.
Correct.
You are not alone and you
Correct.
will get through it. So yun ang mantra ng paano ba to?
And
Which
you've carried
is
it
sharing
until now.
stories just to know. I think yun ang talagang
Totoo eh.
masa manifestation ng pagka-Atenista ko na
Correct.
you just have to keep sharing stories to know that we all share the same
That's very
humanity.
clear. That's very
Oo,
clear.
very Ateneo pero ginawang
Correct. Nandun,
digestible
meron ka. Pero
for,
hindi mo naisip
ano,
mag-psych?
Mag-what?
Mag-psych.
Ay, gusto ko!
Yun yung pwede din na pitong,
Gusto ko.
You're Dr. Phil? Yung tipong ganon?
You know why gusto ko? I
Oh.
really, kasi yung paano ba to? So, naging libro siya,
Yes,
tapos ginawa ko
yes.
siyang YouTube series, tapos ginawa ko siya ngayon, it's like a live event where it's
yes,
sharing
yes,
with an
yes.
audience. I want to expand it even more, but I do want
You
to
help
study
a friend.
psychology.
Yes,
Kung
dial a friend.
But yeah, I want to
Counseling and
study
all.
psych para may theoretical
Background.
background
Totoo rin
yung
naman. That's a logical progression.
Yes,
At hindi
correct.
eventually, yun talaga, you'll never stop learning. And alam, klaro yung brand.
And pwede akong mag-develop ng other products in a more
That's
effective
true.
way kung meron ako, feeling ko ako meron akong psych background.
Ang galing, no? Yung
We'll
tipong
see.
hindi napapako dun sa, sige, gawa lang ng gawa. Pero may framework yan.
And how do you grow?
Yes,
What other
yes.
platforms can you consume?
Yes.
Oh, kasi,
pero basa ka ng
grabe.
basa.
I
Pa rin,
do,
no? Parang
I do.
we devour yung
Yes.
pagbabasa.
I read, it's also talking to people, seeing
That's
patterns. Siguro kasi I've been doing paano ba to for
Yes.
2014. So yeah, halos 6 years na. I have a collection of stories from people and you really see patterns of how problems get solved, of how
That's
people
true.
get
That's
over
true.
things.
And then what does it do to you? Does it tell you, oh, yung swerte mo, Bianca? So, ganun, di ba? Or
Yeah,
it makes you feel
yes.
na you're more empowered. Na parang you gain empathy. Yung
Yes, for sure.
Kasi, parang, and there's a lifestyle change also na tipong, nagreklamo ako about this while
Yes.
these people are experiencing
Aside from
something
reklamo,
more.
it's more being open-minded. Kapag
That's
meron kang
true.
kausap na hindi talaga kayo agree ng point of view, you just
My
accept
God.
it. Kasi hindi naman talaga tayo pare-pareho.
That's
It's more, empathy. I've learned empathy. I've learned seeing things big picture.
Yes. At kung konti nakakakita niya na, hindi bang, lalo na if you are in that moment, talagang grabe yung galit ng mga tao. And there's so much hate now. Hindi
Yes,
bang,
yes.
Ikaw yung parang facilitator ng ganyan
Parang ganyan.
lahat.
Parang ganyan. Pwede rin. Oo, ganda yun. Ganda yun. Yeah.
Papunta
yeah,
doon.
Yeah.
Next one, when we come back, play na ng music. Pero we'll talk about family life and how it has changed you. Bago dumating yung teacher natin na nandito na, ang saya-saya natin na nag-confirm
I
siya.
know, I
It's
can't
so
believe
significant
nag-yes
yun.
siya.
Well, anyway, pero hulaan mo, nasa siya kahapon. Nasa book fair. Nasa art fair siya agad. Nasa
Nandun kami
kahapon.
kagabi.
Sige, nagkita-kita tayo ngayon. Hindi tayo nagpang-abot sa art fair. But here's one music from the Jesuit Music Ministry, and then yun, we'll go to the family life of Bianca and we'll discuss some other things with our teacher, Doc Leo Garcia. We're joined now by our mentor, someone like who were with us not only in the classroom. Ako mismo sa administration when I worked with him under him. He's being the first lay dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. At sabi nga ni Bianca, parang if there were teachers na malaki yung impact sa atin, siya yun. So introduce mo siya, game. Request mo actually siya.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me look back.
Okay.
Sabi ni Noel sa akin, he texted me. Where is your text?
No, I can say he was the first person. He was a person who employed me.
Yes,
Why? Because right after graduation, he wanted to set up parang a cultural department, arts and culture department in Ateneo. And from there, we had traditions like hanggang ngayon, Doc Le, thank you. We have panunuluyan na hanggang ngayon may practice pa rin sa college. During our time, the College League Club had the heyday. Talagang under Joel Navarro, they toured the world, and then all the parang send off and then the welcome back. Parang lahat ng albums ng Ateneo League Club, yun yung the best years of arts and culture. Why? Because we were in a political turmoil also during that time. But then what grounded us was arts and culture. That is him. Ikaw, go. Ano
Si
naman yung
Noel's
sa'yo?
text to me was, who was the teacher in Ateneo na love mo talaga? I just said, Dr. Leo Garcia. You know that. So, yan na. Please welcome the one and only Dr. Leovino Garcia.
Maria, may Maria Garcia.
Is it because, I always tell the story of you wrote to me when I was in Louvain.
Okay.
Should I get a minor in philosophy?
Now, we've been talking about that she wants actually to have further studies in philosophy. Sabi ko nga, ako, from philosophy, I had to anchor it into something more concrete. So, I met with Doreen, sabi niya, communications will be for you.
Yeah.
And then si Bianca naman's different. So, from communications, she wanted to do philosophy. Why again? Ano yung impact?
I just remember that when I was in college, my major was comm. I was an AB comm major. And the story of why I became Doc Garcia's student was my two older siblings na Ateneo din took him. And they were like, you have to line
Isa
up
and
to
JC.
sign up. Yeah,
Yes.
JC and
Okay.
Isa. You have to sign up for Doc's class. So sabi ko, okay. Highly recommended. So I took 101 and 102
Ang galing.
then under him.
Na homeroom class yun before,
It
di
really
ba?
changed my life. It really,
Okay.
it made me pursue
In
a
what
minor
way? In what
philo.
way?
It opened my mind that, I don't know, the way lang you think
That's true.
is so different.
That's true.
When you open your mind to philosophy and the human.
At dumating siya sa buhay natin at a time when some people would choose terror teachers. Yung tipong people who would scare them and eventually doon sila magtatanda. But we were a different breed already. Yung tipong when you're more comfortable with the person, you open up and then eventually you're more embracing dun sa change or the learning that you get from him. So thank you. Una-muna, well, before we make him speak, thank you, sir, for affecting our lives that way. Sir, and you're still there. So how many years of teaching?
I'm into my 44th year.
Oh my God!
In 3 weeks, I'll be 75.
Yes, I know March. Yes, 75, and we should celebrate it.
But you should, when you wrote to me, you remember what
Yes,
I
email,
wrote?
yes,
You said you'll be a beautiful woman, but if you take philosophy, you'll have a beautiful mind.
Yes.
That's true. That's
and then
true.
she took 2 electives, Recur, Levinas, di ba?
Ang galing.
Remember
With
our
pancit and wine, yes.
Ang galing.
Natividad Galang Fajardo Conference Room.
Ang galing.
Yeah.
And so, Doc, ngayon you're back into teaching, but of course you went into administration and then
I was always teaching also.
Yes. But then parang ako maraming choices sa academe, di ba? Parang okay, teacher, yun basic. In the end, yun pinaka nakaka-enjoy kasi when you're in the classroom, yun doon mo mararamdaman yung pagmamahal ng estudyante. Doon nangyayari yung education talaga. Then napunta ka sa administration. Tapos and there's a challenge also for you to be a scholar, sabay-sabay. Ano yung mga milestones? So, tipong sabi mo na ito yung mark ko bilang faculty member.
Well, I think I tried. I remember culture was very important.
That's true. That's true.
That's why
Nakaugat doon.
We had with DM Reyes, the Dean's Awards.
Yes.
Yun ang beginning.
Na hanggang ngayon, that's true. Yes.
They keep inviting me nga eh.
Yes.
And that stayed. And I think many young faculty members remember that age na yung we were always emphasizing culture, may concerts at noon.
Yes.
Ganyan, yung
And then we inaugurated the Rizal Mini Theater during your term. No? So and we had a retro of all the Ateneo productions and lahat doon sa Rizal Mini Theater. Doon pa lang kami. Wala pang arete during our time. No? So, but yung rootedness into being Filipino na kailangan natin.
Remember, I think when I became dean, I said I want it to be culturally rooted, politically relevant, spiritually attuned. Yun, yung tatlong...
That's true. That's true.
But I really love teaching. I think
that's true.
I feel young.
Yes, and
I feel young.
Yung dinosaur kayo.
No,
vampire. Okay, dinosaur.
Why am I a vampire?
Vampires don't age.
I do.
No, he'll be 75 in 2 weeks, no?
No, kasi, you know why? Sabi nila, there's youth radiation.
At yung sinasabi natin, kung masaya ka sa buhay mo, at wala ka nang kailangan patunayan, at yun, parang it's inner,
Father Ferriols used to say, if at 50 you haven't proved what you started to prove,
ganda doon.
Don't prove it anymore, just enjoy life. And then he moved it to 60. And then he moved it to But that's true, you know. You after a while, you don't have to prove anything.
That's true.
You just enjoy, di ba?
That's true. So,
If-
you're at that point where you're just enjoying your
Yes, I think I'm
Okay.
enjoying. I like because I teach only in one semester.
Okay.
I have occasion to travel in one semester, and
Ang sarap naman
has
nun,
kept me
Bianca.
also very, full of hope. Kasi I go to all the museums. That's
Yan
how
yun.
I honed my artistic, yung my vision of what art should be.
Ang
And
galing.
no.
Ako parang when I turned 50, hindi ko inasahan na sa Art in the Park. So sabi ko, after 30 years old, nakita ko ulit siya sa Art in the Park. And then nakahapon na, nandun sa art fair. So you really immerse yourself into...
No, at saka we began actually the first art auction, yung for scholarships, remember?
Yes.
When Father Jet Villarin came in
Yes.
2009-10, we donated 8.5
That's true.
million from
That's true.
from art kasi nauna yung Ateneo Art Auction.
That's true. That's true.
And then Salcedo and Leon came in.
Yes.
No, thank you for that. Now, ikaw...
Galing. No, I want to, can I ask?
Okay, go.
Yes, sige, ask
That's-
any question.
That's live.
I will tell the truth.
Yes, of course.
So
I'm
nothing
honest.
controversial though.
Okay, yeah.
Sige.
One sem teaching, technically working, one sem traveling. That's like the
Yes, the life. That's true.
Where do you like going? Where are your
Everywhere, of course, Europe. No,
Yeah.
I go. I always go to Paris. I go first
Parang
to
home base mo yun eh.
Louvain,
Oh, okay.
of
Yeah, of
course,
course.
and then I visit the Netherlands, yung museums, the other Van Gogh Museum recently, and also the wine area. I think it's a joy kasi
That's true.
I mean, I enjoy those things, and I have kept also many family friends. So and I have organized trips for them here. They come here as a group. So I think that's very good, to remember the core of friends when you were young.
That's true.
And they also became professors there parang may, sometimes Filipinos who study abroad, they forget their friends there. And it's very difficult to continue the friendship. So, parating, I think that's a good exchange.
Pero iba lang talaga yung mga kaibigan mo ng bata ka or nasa school ka eh. Well, your best friends are really not from media. They're really
mix?
from...
It's a mix
pero
from work and then those who know you from when
before.
you were younger.
Yeah.
Ikaw yung parang mga kaibigan mong matagal na galing pa nung...
Of course, ang pinakamatagal si Father Ferrer. When I was...
How's he now?
He's here in the wellness. He's blind.
I know,
now.
yeah. But in the last you visited him during his birthday and did something, di ba? Meron kayong...
I try to visit him every other day. I do visit him regularly. Yeah, except now that they
Can I go to...
Yes,
to him? Like, I'll go to him when you go pag nag-birthday
no,
ka.
right now they're limiting it because of the virus.
Okay. No, sige.
Yeah.
Text ko
But
kayo.
he's still very lucid. I was reading to him this book by Daniel Mendelssohn about the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And it begins with there are some quoted lines there, and the Greek comes out.
Oh my God.
You can't imagine. I'm amazed by this.
He's how old now, sir?
He's 95. He's going to be 96.
Wow. Okay.
And he has a sister. His eldest sister will be 99 on March 21.
Haba talaga yung buhay.
And the youngest sister is a pink sister in Tagaytay, and I brought because of the eruption of Taal, they were brought to Cubao, Poinsettia. So they had an occasion. The Taal explosion made these three
Magtagpo
siblings.
sila.
Yeah.
Ang maganda lang parang the devotion of a student to the teacher at saka parang yun.
Yeah,
ang ganda.
That's very good.
Parang tayo, parang ito nga yung nangyayari. Now, let's put like order lang into the discussion. Number one, let's go to the emotions. When were you happiest when you were in school? One of the happiest. So, pag nandito kayo, ano yung pinakamasaya niyong moment? That nag-strike sa'yo?
Always. I loved every day of school. Every day
Talaga?
is different. And because I like studying, I loved school. So every day was great.
Pero ano yung may tama na tipong, ay, you felt ang saya-saya ko?
I think it's more nga now that I look back. Because when you're a student, you
That's
don't
true.
really feel it. You're like, deadlines, papers, grades. But after, it's when you realize, wow, those are really great
That's true.
memories and moments.
Dok, kayo po. Kayo,
I think I was happiest when yung my first years kasi my best friends were Salvador Bernal.
my God.
And
National artist.
Yung Nick Chong. So
Yes.
we were roommates in Cervini. And we roomed with David Hill, who was editor of Heights, and Manny Pichel, who was an ex-Jesuit who
wrote well, no? Oh, yeah.
into film.
Yes,
Nestor
yes.
Torre. And I
It was
guess
quite a batch.
I was quite romantic when I was between 17 and 20. I felt the Ateneo then was very small, 500 students.
And very conducive to all
And
those
there were
stuff.
only, there were only 9 scholars.
Oh
Wala
my
pa yung
God.
admission and
Wow.
aid. And you were a scholar because the rector brought you
Yes,
personally.
yes.
And my first year was, I never thought I would come to the Ateneo. I came already in sophomore year.
Yeah.
Because I had a 4-year scholarship for a provincial Ateneo. Ateneo de Tuguegarao.
Tuguegarao, yeah.
But then the bishop and the Jesuits quarreled over a piece of land.
Nawala.
So nawala yung scholarship ko. So it was transferred to here, Ateneo.
Yeah.
And then they had to look for a room because we didn't know any family here. So it was like a fairy tale. So they put me in the Jesuit residence, the faculty house it was called. Above the garage with the janitors.
Okay.
The 2 janitors, and one of them is the father of my driver now. He was a young janitor, 19, and then he gave 40 years of his life to be until he rose as chef.
Ang galing naman.
Chief cook of the Jesuits, no? So
At masarap kumain sa Jesuit residence.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Grabe, pag na-invite ka doon.
it was called America House at that time because
And-
the food was very American.
Very American, pero may choices ka kasi.
Now,
you have to be healthy. Di ba? Parang yung mga Jesuita had to be healthy kung ano yung maalat, ano yung... Yun, parang they had all kinds of fruit juices. Pag na-invite ka, ang sarap lang.
Right now they give, I think with the old Jesuits the wellness, they give all that they love. Kasi
God.
at your age,
Bigay mo na lang lahat.
at your age, you can eat anything, fathers.
Okay, game. Saddest experience naman when you were in school. So yung pinakamalungkot ka.
Wow. Saddest?
Was there?
I don't think so.
Wala ka talaga.
I don't think so. I mean,
When you struggle through a subject or something
yes,
like
but
that.
nothing to be like, so sad
Pero
about.
dito ngayon, mga panahong ito, you have to like focus on those people feeling depressed, no? Doon sa mga
I
ganun
think a
klase.
lot of young people are so stressed. May mga attention problems.
But during our time, we face them head on. Kasi we cannot like, wala tayong luxury kasi dati na
Walang cellphone, walang internet.
walang na mag-vent kahit saan.
Yes.
Harapin mo talaga yun. Ang sasabihin mo,
Yes.
fix that thing. Harapin mo yung problema.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I want to ask Doc, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm sure you make sing it somehow in your philo classes to sophomores and juniors about a healthy mind. Do you, and how do you do that?
I think my teaching right now is, I don't know if they like it. It's interspersed with stories
That's good.
of the time when I was here, how it was,
Yes.
para they can compare.
I remember you making kwento about that being your room on top of the garage. You made that kwento in our class before. Yes.
I'm an old man who does not
We
remember
enjoy the
repetition.
stories. No, we enjoy the
Ang
stories.
advice ko talaga when I gave a talk sa com department, parang sabi ko, pagkatapos mo mag-aral, go to the world and then come back to teach. Yung parang, yun parang hindi ka agad to plunge into your master's and doctorate.
Yeah.
Kasi yata, Doc, the beauty there is that, hindi lang theory talaga. It's yung tinuturo mo, ang mga naranasan, yung karanasan. For you also as a great teacher because he would like inject a lot of personal stories
yung
with the theories.
reflections.
Yes. So yun, parang other things, other emotions when you were, stark emotions when you were in college. What did you feel strongly about? Yung tipong, ano yung mga pinaglaban mo when you were in college? Pero may mga ganun ba?
I remember I was a bit more matapang when it came to voicing out opinions about politics. Ganyan. I
During that
remember I
In
was
your
quite-
senior year or junior year?
Junior and senior,
Yeah.
around that time. Also because when you're young, you're a bit more fearless. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doc, kayo po. Kailan yung tipong it was a decisive, parang decision mo nakakaiba, unpopular, pero masaya ka sa ginawa mong decision.
Well, I think there were problems with certain departments, no?
Yeah.
I thought I had to decide, and you cannot please everybody.
That's true. That's true.
There was, it's still there.
Yeah.
That's why I called up in 1997. I remember I called up Eddie Boy to come back and become the chair of
the English department. Yeah.
And he said, why should I come back? And I said, because of Levinas's responsibility.
Kung saan yung tawag
and then he cursed.
Okay.
About Levinas. Yeah, he was. I think, you cannot please everybody.
That's true.
Yeah, that was. But then to continue, if you look back at your life, you will see certain people. Parang it's like a rosary with beads.
That's
Parang,
true.
Like, why did you meet this person? Because he opened or she opened the door for you.
That's
and
true.
You entered, and then another person opens
That's
another
true.
door.
That's true.
So, after Father Furios, I remember Father Donalan.
Yes,
Donalan had just come back from Oxford with a literature degree, M.A. Oxoniensis. But he used to come to the Jesuit residence to play golf on Sundays with a friend,
Okay.
a rich friend.
Okay.
And while waiting for his friend to come, he would pace, and that morning he recited the first line of the Rubaiyat from Omar Khayyam,
Oh my
the
God.
Edward
Okay.
Fitzgerald translation. So sabi niya, awake for morning in the bowl of night has flung the stone that puts the stars to flight. And it so happened, Lumbera, who was then Mr. Lumbera, not
Bien,
Dr.
yes.
Lumbera, made us memorize the poem. And so
alam mo
without
rin.
hesitation, I said,
Tinuloy mo.
and lo, the hunter of the east
Oh my God!
has caught the sultan's turret in a noose of light. Sabi ko.
Oh my
And
God.
then he went, kasi the telephone operator is behind a high desk, no?
Yeah.
So he peeped like that and he asked, who is this little creature? And I
Ang
explained.
galing.
And then, the next year, he became the dean
Ang galing.
of the School of Arts and Sciences, and one of his good deeds, he took me out of that room
Okay.
and brought me to Cervini.
And then
So,
eventually, people hindi mo rin alam na you'd be dean, the first lady. Dean of the university. Ang galing.
Well, after that, he's dean, no? And after fourth year naman, after the senior retreat, Ferios tells me, I want you to teach.
That's true.
And so he goes to Donalan, and Donalan tells him, no, he's too short, sabi niya. let him
May
go
ganun pala.
Yeah, he's tall, di ba? Donalan, the one that drew the good, the beautiful. Yun ang binigay niya kay Imelda.
Of course.
So he said, send him to Xavier. After a year, he can come back.
Okay.
So Ferriols, fiery, still 38 years old. He went to Father Araneta, who was the president, and of course Araneta said, I support the dean.
Oh my God, nagalit si Father
Galit
Ferrer.
na galit na siya. So he went to De La Costa,
My God.
Horacio De La Costa, who was then just appointed provincial May 1965 yan. And he tells De La Costa, you don't want him because he's not one of these rich people for like Manila Polo clubs. I mean, of course, the Jesuits would not admit that. And that's how I came in. But then, that's not the end of the story, because to prove that I could teach, he threw me into Loyola House and teach Jesuits who were 5 years older than I, like Holscher.
Hindi okay pa rin, the wisdom.
No, that was
grueling.
That was traumatic.
Really? But you prepared, knowing you.
Yes, I prepared. I was very strict.
Yun.
Yung,
Doc, if there's anything, maayos ka mag-isip eh.
And that sort of De La Costa heard the chismis kasi students chismis about their teachers, chismis about their students.
Magaling tong teacher na to.
And so he wrote the first recommendation letter to Louvain. So that's yung I want to show na Ferriols and then Donalan, De La Costa.
That's
yung parang ganon. So
parang may role silang piniplay dun sa
I think
life choices.
In your life you will have certain people that really there will be turns and twists.
Yes.
Okay, now your turn to
I totally
of
agree.
course
I always say that life is like, you think you're going one way and then a door opens and then it's
true.
up to you whether you'll take that door. And
Okay,
that door
in your university life siya.
Yes, for sure.
In what way? Ano yung door na na-open with that?
I think
your
it's the
way of thinking.
possibility, it's the possibility that I can use my mind to my advantage.
That's true.
She discovered her beautiful mind.
Oo
Wow.
naman yun. Totoo naman yun.
That's a strength I can.
Okay.
And it's not something to be ashamed of.
Oo naman.
Because that exists yung smart shaming.
That's
right?
true.
It
That's
exists.
true.
And sadly, imagine pati yun shame. So,
iba na ngayon, iba na new normal. No?
Yeah.
And then media work. In media, sino yung people who opened
You for sure.
No,
so
but
when I
that-
started in TV, Noel was my very first executive producer.
for
So people
Wise
like
Week and Breakfast yun.
yes, people like Noel who again opened doors.
Sinabi namin,
Step
nahirapan kami to make a mark as Athenians kasi it worked against us too when you were in media. Kasi grabe din yung bias. And then, yun, ang kinaibahan talaga natin, konsyensya. Yun talaga yung malaki yung natandaan kita. Kasi sinasabi palagi, palawakin yung konsyensya. And that's our responsibility.
Yeah.
So, yung tunggali pala, gagawin ba to or hindi? Kailangan ba? And then in the end, dun kayo overcome ng tapang.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's not just the own tapang. Collecting it to what Doc G said, it's the big help of a person believing in you that you can do it.
True.
Also
Oo
like
naman.
propels you
That's
further.
true.
So
And
you did that for me in school.
not
and
just
you
one,
did
but
that
a
for
lot
me
of
at
people.
work.
Marami naman yun.
A
And then,
rosary, like you said.
from media, you went, family life game. Sino naman nag-guide sa'yo sa family life?
Nag-guide?
No, aside from yung nagpakilala. Then, naalala niyo, sino yung nagpakilala
Sino
sa'yo?
Tita Didi Lopa and Rapa Lopa?
Yes.
So
Sila.
anyway, they were the ones who introduced me to my now husband.
Si JC.
Na ate ni Seren. So, yun.
yeah.
Sino pa yung nag-guide sa'yo sa family life? Sino?
My own family, I
Ang
guess.
galing,
I
no?
think you pattern what you want in your family life from
Ang ganda.
Your parents.
from the good things and the bad things that you saw from your own family.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we're always supposed to be an improvement of the race. No? Yun naman yung responsibility. And now, going further, I guess, the commitment to causes. Parang ang hirap ngayon to turn a blind eye to like everything that's happening. No? So, yun, si Bianca's very strong on certain women's causes, of course that. And then, I guess, advocacy is to actually learning, no? So, expound on your causes. So,
Oh wow, it took a lot of twists and turns, but I guess now the two main things that I work on are what we talked about earlier, the Paano Ba To? It's a book and like a video series that I do that sort of help. It's parang self-help for young people, lalo na young people now. They are afraid to ask for advice from either parents or friends because they don't want to be judged. For example, they'll say their problem.
That's true.
They're afraid of the judgment. So I do a video series in the book to sort of show them that, okay, this person has gone through it and this is what
Not
they
perfect,
did. This is what they did. So you can overcome it also. And then the other cause is where I work with Isa. So She Talks Asia. That's a women's platform to talk about issues.
The concerns. Yeah. Doc, kayo po. It's really arts and culture.
Yeah, and also more these past years, more politics actually.
Let's get into more politics in what way? Kasi people now parang iniiwasan pero kailangan harapin, di ba?
Because you have to I think you have to explain kasi politics has a fragility. It's both rational and irrational.
Ganda naman na. Okay.
In other words, if we are made to live together in a society, we need the state. So politics is really needed, and politics is for people who want to do the most good for the greatest number of people.
That's
but
true.
It has been perverted by politicians who make it a business.
That's true.
In order to be elected, you need a lot of money now.
But during your time, Doc, people, didn't want to get into government. Di ba parang ang nangyari, parang okay, secretary, pero if you see yung mga tunggalian doon, if there's dissension or the contradictions, they get out. Sabi nga nila, the decent people like shy away from government.
Yeah.
But the challenge now is
but there are some still who
that's true.
The thing is to convince people because you could do a lot of good in
That's
politics.
true.
No,
If done, if handled well, yeah.
Problema lang, I think because the irrational part is of course when you have leaders that turn the power which comes from the people
to themselves
against the very people that put them in power. So because that's the fragility of politics, and I think you have to keep explaining that politics is also not final. That's why it's dangerous to have leaders who only see a problem, who cannot tolerate other views.
And now you say the big picture, no? Parang only a few people are gifted to see the bigger picture.
I think you have to convince that you have to, it takes a lot of will because politics you'll have to get your hands dirty.
That's true.
I guess the ideal is to have your hands less dirty than the others.
That's true.
You have to compromise. Because if you're too pure, you cannot get elected.
That's true.
But you can also be Machiavellian and just stay for the power. So yun ang...
Our friend here has been bashed because of her being so open about her political beliefs.
Yeah,
and
but
of course. Maraming mga at organized, di ba? At organizing bashing na paano mo nilalabanan, parang hinaharap yung mga ganyan bias.
Actually, honestly, I think after becoming a mom,
Ganda, ibang perspective, no?
The sharing of my opinion lessened, not because I believe in it any less, but because people are harsher in terms of parang ang sagot sa akin is mag-alaga ka na lang ng anak mo, wag ka na magpadede ka na lang ng anak mo, wag ka nang sumabad dyan. Ganyan talaga. People really reply like that now. But also, it's because of social media. There's no face, which you learn from
That's true. Talo ka pag, di ba? Pag pumatol ka doon
But I think, I don't know. All of us have Facebook, so everyone posts and everyone's open to all these. I don't know. It's so hard.
When do you put your foot down? Ano yung time na, okay, I will speak my mind?
Oh my, it's
Ano yung
so
rule mo?
hard.
Ano yung
There's
rule?
no hard
Wala
and fast
talaga
rule.
ikaw.
There are just days that you wake up that you want to speak out, and there are days that you're a bit more patient and you'll just let things happen as they are.
Magandang point mo. As a mom now, you're more, discerning, I guess, of the things you...
Yes, and I'm more careful because I guess I want to protect my children and
Yeah.
shield
Ang ganda,
them
no?
from
Yeah, that's
Ang
important.
ganda nun.
shield them from the nastiness of the
That's true.
online world.
Doc, we want to ask you, yung ngayon, nabawasan ba ng tapang yung mga tao? Or
Even the students?
the students, I guess, or people telling that, well, speaking about what they believe in, or grabe yung takot?
I think people, the most number of people have been intimidated.
Okay.
And also there's a disenchantment with the people, the leaders before. So
That's true.
So that's why they want a stronger person.
Yeah.
Because if there's no rule of law, it's the strong person.
That's
you need a
true.
strong person to mediate, no?
That's true.
But now, I don't know. But the mediation is sometimes to favor. It's not actually mediating all the groups. It's
Correct.
usually changing the other groups with his own groups.
Yeah, yeah.
Parang,
And then, saan yung papel natin, Doc? It's really, number one, fact-checking talaga kasi there's so
Yeah.
much
Yeah,
information there. Hindi lahat totoo. Yun talaga. So, second, I guess, it's really processing it.
Yeah.
Sadly, Doc, part of a lot of the kasama sa mga campaigns, sa mga nagtutroll, mga atinista din, ha?
yeah.
Oo rin.
No,
So,
you have to speak truth to power kasi
ang ganda nun.
yeah, you have to really check the facts. You set it right kasi ang daming already with Plato,
That's true. That's true.
In philosophy, we only have the word, but the power of you must not underestimate the power of the word. No, that's why you have to keep saying this is what it is. You have to.
Galing.
You have to be a sort of adamant about correcting,
Yes, ikaw. Kasi pag hindi mo kinorek, it
Yeah.
will say as fact. Do you call out people pag ganyan?
I don't, but I'm just more mindful of how I use my platform. For example, now kasi the problem with seeing headlines on social media, people will just react to the headline.
That's true. Not
which
reading
is
the whole.
one
Yeah,
quote,
that's
They
true.
don't read
taking
the
it out
entire
of
That's
context.
true.
So I just make sure whenever, because sikat now is to share or to retweet news.
Yes.
It's only credible news
Source.
sites.
Yes.
And I always
Very
try
good.
to remind people that to not, especially for example with coronavirus like that, so many fake
Yes.
things came out. So it's more of stop
Ang ganda
sharing
nga, I
things.
saw your synthesis. Na when you made 4 points or 5 points. Yeah.
I just keep reminding people, stop sharing news if you don't know it's true.
Yeah.
Because
That's
it's
true.
spreading fear, not facts. Parang
Yeah.
ganyan.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ano pang responsibilidad nyo ngayon, Doc, in the university? Well, teaching that. It's hard.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's so different.
I guess
It's different.
like in the philosophy department, there was some problem with sexual harassment.
It's such a big thing now in the university.
So I have to mediate. Yeah, I have to get on a small scale, just put people together again
That's true.
to talk.
Ano
Kasi we
yun?
have to heal
Yeah.
Ang galing, no?
No, because I think the young people resort to social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Dati ang daling magpatawad. Mas madaling magpatawad kasi may nag-uusap ng mga
Yeah,
tao
ayos.
at walang ibang opinion.
Yes.
Parang napaprocess mo ng personal.
Yeah.
Ngayon,
Yeah.
parang even yung pag-admit na nagkamali ka, nahihirapan
Yeah.
tayo ngayon
Yeah.
kasi may social media na nang hamak na sa'yo.
Yeah.
Or may
Yeah.
judgment na sa'yo. How do you deal with that now, Doc? Tama na yun, yung sexual harassment case is big in the philo department.
you have to you have to make several a lot of meetings. You try to create occasions where they can come together again, like coming together for a meal, mga ganyan. You invite,
Grabe, no? Back to basics talaga eh.
You invite them, and
Yeah.
if they sometimes they do not want to come, but I think. I think partly the cause was because the senior faculty were taken out.
Yes.
So, walang communication.
Yeah.
that's-
And you took it upon yourself na tipong, okay,
Well, I hope I'm not the only one. I think others are also doing that. Kasi we need to continue, talking to one another.
That's
At least,
true.
Yeah, you have to.
And then yun yung tinuro rin niya sa amin, parang you being a wounded healer, hindi ka buo, you're broken.
Yeah.
Pero kasama ka dun sa healing by hearing them.
Yeah.
But it was tedious. When you were in administration, I knew a lot of it. Sasabihin niya, Noel, pagod na ako. Kayo na yung bahala dyan.
Yeah.
But you have to hear everyone and then make clear and sound judgment. Kailan mo nalalaman na tama naman yung decision mo? May anong validation yung hinihingi mo pag nagdadasal ka?
Alam mo, with regard to prayer, sometimes, I follow Paul Ricoeur's definition of prayer na you simply leave all demands.
Totoo yan.
You leave all demands
Totoo
because
yan.
if you trust the other, God knows us more intimately than we know ourselves. So
Maayos yan, tatama sa
you just
hulog.
simply listen. Yung importante yung so it's a kind of a listening. Sometimes
Ang galing.
you feel the absence, the presence of an absence, the
Correct.
absence of a presence.
Ang galing.
Pero
Miss sa school.
I think para without saying anything, you suddenly begin to, sabi nga, sometimes more tears are shed for answered prayers. Buti pa yun.
That's true.
Na the prayers are not answered kasi.
Totoo yan.
And I think yung ipaubaya mo na lang,
Sa
you
Diyos, yeah.
You just wait because I think
Maayos din at
yeah,
mahuhulog din sa tamang hulma.
I think that's what we have to aspire
That's
for.
true.
Having a certain patience kasi positive yung
Yeah.
like I keep repeating up to now na passivity which is identified with women. That's the negative. There's a positive passivity yung which men
That's true.
should learn.
Yes.
They have to wait. They have to be patient.
Ganda.
Yeah.
Now how do you pray and what do you pray for?
I'll answer that by sharing how I've taught my daughter to pray. So I have a 4-year-old daughter, and every night before she sleeps, I have asked her to pray Angel of God
Okay.
as her normal prayer, and thank you God. So
That's true.
that's how I pray as well. It's just always thank you.
Same.
Before, di ba, they've asked us parang may order yan of what
Yeah.
you're sorry for, what you want to
Yeah.
ask for. But now mine is just really always thank you. So for example, the other night my daughter's prayer was, thank you God for Daddy and Mommy and Lucia and Carmen because we're family. Thank you God for the chicken, the rice, and the ketchup.
Ganda.
Thank you God for our
Basic.
ates who take care of us. Thank you God for all the blessings. Amen. So I've taught her to just pray for even the little things, ganyan, the chicken,
Ganda.
for the
Ganda.
little gym, mga ganyan. So
Ketchup,
it's really
yeah.
it's all thank you.
Ako, iba kasi pag pagod ka na, di ba? My routine now is, saan ko nakita yung Diyos sa araw na to? At,
Ganda.
At talagang naiiyak ako, parang, wala akong, nasan yung Diyos? Hanapin mo talaga, parang walang saysay kasi yung araw mo kung hindi mo makita yung Diyos kung nasan siya lumitaw. And then after mo, hahanapin ko talaga, hindi ako makakatulog na kung ano. Tapos hindi just say thank you. That's it, tama, pareho talaga. Yung tipong, hindi ka nahihiling, pero you have to see God in the things that happened to you during the day. Kahit masama man, sabihin, ay, nandun yung
Yes,
Diyos.
yes.
And you just have to say, nag-iiba nga talaga yung approach into prayer and our concerns.
Yeah.
Anyway, other concerns, very real concerns now. Stress. How do you handle that? ngayong nanay ka na, tapos nandyan ka pa sa media na napakagulo.
Stress?
It's very real, ha? Sa
It's
atin.
very
Yeah.
real, but I've learned how to. I learned this recently that it's more than about managing your time. It's about managing your energy. It's about where will you go all out with your energy, and then you'll
That's
kind of
true.
rest your mind a bit, and then you'll.
That's
It's
true.
pacing yourself throughout the day
Galing.
that will. Because I honestly don't remember the last time I felt stressed. I'm serious.
Ang galing
Maybe it's
naman
also because
nun.
I'm in such a contented place
Happy.
in my
That's
life.
true.
But
That's true.
I've learned that if you know how to, for example, you know that your Friday is so busy, jam-packed. Take Saturday and just like do whatever makes you happy, whether you watch a movie or just sleep at home, whatever. So
And a day at a
it's
time.
basing your energy, I think, is the secret to not getting stressed.
At saka na hindi upheaval of emotions. Ang ganda nga, Doc, kasi
But that's only recently, because I remember times before that I was super stressed. But now I think like
simplifying
even
everything.
yes,
That's
and
true.
even on busy work days, I focus on. I love the job that I do, and this is the job I chose. So
Yes.
I can't complain about it. Parang ganyan.
And you're thankful whenever
I'm
you sa
thankful, yes.
magandang buhay yung host co-hosting,
Yeah.
thank you ka ng thank you. It's
Yeah.
that. But I remember, sasabihin ni Doc, do you go to Mass? I remember one lecture, do you go to Mass because of the choir or the person sing the homily, or because of the ritual of the ceremony parang the sacrament? Tama nga naman, no? Parang somehow it's really not the spectacle, but the ritual. Yung parang
Yeah,
it's
there's
making
ritual.
something from the ordinary.
Yeah.
Yun yata. Doc, ikaw, paano?
For,
Stress?
I think you have to discern what is essential from the inessential.
That's true. That's true.
Like you still want to do all the things, but there comes a point where the important thing is, your plate is full, but the important thing now is to answer an email from somebody who has been waiting.
That's true.
You have to
At
respond.
mararamdaman mo yun, yung urgency.
Yeah, I think importante yon. And then I usually, after a heavy day, I usually listen to music.
That's true.
I drink a glass of wine. Yung parang I think you have to be contented with what you have done.
That's
and
true.
don't force na to do more than what you can.
That's true. Okay, back to another culinary topic. Siguro, the health concerns, Doc.
Yeah.
Your age, or lalo sa atin din naman, we're so conscious about, okay, sa mga reunions, palaging meron ng health segment dun sa mga...
Yes.
But sa inyo, do you worry about it? Or bigay hilig ka na ngayon? Kasi parang, I have to live
I had
it.
a problem with my prostate
Okay.
in 2009.
Okay, pero naayos naman yun ngayon,
yeah,
di ba?
I
So it's
have,
easy.
I go regularly, so
Yes.
it's benign. So I think that's. And then I had a problem with my
Vision,
with one eye.
Okay.
I had an operation, so I get those are.
Pero kinakabahan ka pa rin ba? Or you treat your parang health concerns as
No,
part of... Ano yung attitude, healthy attitude
I
dyan?
think people think my walking is a bit rushed yung for my age.
The small steps pero mabilis, di ba? Oo, yeah.
Parang, why are you
Rushing.
I think like climbing upstairs.
Do you work out?
No.
No, wala kang exercise. Walking lang talaga.
Walking, yeah.
Walking.
I walk up and down the stairs.
Okay. Ano pa? Physical exercise? Wala talaga?
I try to eat well,
yan
healthy. I don't.
It's the one glass of wine a night, I think.
I guess.
Yeah.
Totoo. Well, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Healthy heart si Doc.
Ikaw,
What?
go.
That's
Health. How do you keep yourself healthy? Ikaw
I've
nag-work
always-
out.
Yes.
Totoo.
But I think the workout is more to keep my energy up, to keep up with the kids.
Yes, yun nga yun na mahabulin mo. and all.
But the
Yeah, that's
eating
true.
has organically been healthier. I think when I was younger, I
choose your
hated
food now?
vegetables. And then when I grew older, it's all I want to eat. All I want to eat is vegetables. Like it's like mind or
Hindi ko
body.
kaya.
Really, vegetables?
No, hindi ko ulan. Kaya ko naman, pero hindi vegetables lang.
Okay, yeah. I eat chicken and fish naman.
What I can't
But
let
love
go though,
vegetables.
sweets. Yun talaga, parang yun
You're
talaga,
like,
yung
yeah.
parang yun yung mahirap.
Yeah, they say sweets.
Yun yung
are
ano.
hard. Yeah.
Ikaw, exercise, oo.
Yeah.
Aren't you like challenged? Basketball player yung asawa mo, parang,
No naman, because I've always been quite active. So,
okay. So, hindi ka niya, okay, oy, workout tayo pareho.
No,
Okay, so hindi naman yan.
I think my kids are enough workout
Okay.
already.
Another one, burnout. That's a very real issue now. Doc, paano? Because may young faculty pupunta sa'yo or estudyante sabihin,
Oh, yeah.
oy, sobra na burnout ako.
Well,
What do you tell them? Or ikaw rin mismo, how do you like
I
do another kind of work or parang ganun?
I have not felt.
Oh, ang sarap na. O kasi iba-iba. Kasi kung one half of the year travel,
Yeah, and also the traveling.
tama yun.
Because in Europe, to see a place, you have to walk a lot.
Yes,
So,
You have to save money to do
10 kilometers, ganyan every
Yes.
day.
Yes, yes.
The only way to see a city is to walk.
Right.
Yeah.
sarap.
Yeah, walking is a.
So hindi mo naramdaman yung burnout ever? Ano parang,
I don't remember.
because you have other things to do, other new things to do.
I think the secret, you have to dance in and out of many worlds.
Ay, ang ganda nun.
That's the Chian, yeah.
That's true.
Yung
I remember
parang
that in class.
dancing in, yeah, because you can get burnt out if your only world is the academe.
That's
Yes.
true.
Ako, it's the
Ang
world of
ganda.
art, the world of yung
Travel and
before,
leisure,
yeah,
no?
diplomacy, mga ganyan, yung parang iba-ibang grupo
Yes.
and different kinds of friends.
That's
So
true.
and you don't fight for symbolic space.
Ang ganda nun. Oo.
Kasi
And you
ganyan
don't
sa
have to
akin.
prove anything anymore. That's it. Parang
Yeah.
you're not in the market and say, oh, you have to assert authority. Wala nang ganon. Or recognition.
No.
Even recognition.
No.
Tama.
And it's also good na after a while, people don't recognize you. So it's good. It's also a
talaga?
freedom. Yeah.
Ang ganda.
Because that frees you from, and that's why also traveling, you don't carry all the luggage, the
That's
social
true.
luggage.
Yes.
Yung
the
people,
tags, the titles,
people
no?
relate to you simply as a human being.
Yes.
Very important.
Oh, Bianx. It's different in media. In media, parang you have to be
Mataasan lang.
branded or you have to be, you stick to a certain, but you enjoy your being real and being,
But
Yeah.
I totally agree with Doc. I think in your case, it's when you travel that you just encounter
Yes,
people and you're just a
yes.
human. But in our case, in other people's cases, it would be kunyari media. That's why it's important to have those friends that knew you from before,
Before,
whatever
that's
your
true.
work is, because they'll take
And
you
then-
back to that other world where
the rootedness part. That's
yeah, minus the labels.
Yes,
for sure,
yes.
for sure.
And
I
beyond
love
the
that.
labels, even if they
Yes.
know those, no?
Yes.
I
That's
think
true.
when I see Bianca on TV, I think you compared to the others, you really look real. No?
And real, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
and she stands for something eh.
Yeah,
parang
parang-
ganun eh. Yung iba hungkag.
The others are sometimes parang, yeah, they're
Hungkag, parang ganun.
putting on a persona.
That's true, that's
but
true.
I think this is what. Yeah, I think you're very
Oh, di ba?
you're very spontaneous with
That's
your
true.
reactions.
That's true.
I think that's important.
Na hindi guarded kasi you speak
Oo.
your mind and yun,
Yeah.
galing sa puso rin. Next, the use of technology now, Doc. Parang, are you affected by it in any way? Did you have to...
No, well, I'm a dinosaur with, but I have email, I have Facebook,
Facebook.
but I
You have Instagram?
no, I don't have.
No Twitter?
No.
Okay.
No,
But you lurk? Or you...
Do you have Facebook? Sorry.
Meron.
But I don't post.
Yeah,
you- Yeah.
But I just
connected people.
I
That's
greet
nice.
people on their
That's
birthdays,
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
What I wanted to ask, we have a little time. Because a big part of being a philo teacher, you read your students' essays, right? I just want to know if you've noticed any big difference of essays of students pre-social media versus students now who are heavily raised
Yan.
by social media? Is there a difference?
Strict ka sa amin sa grammar. Even letters and
I mean, not
memos.
just grammar, like the point.
No, well, even that now kasi medyo careless, di ba? Because
But
point of
I
view.
don't know why yung first
Or may
papers
spell
this
check
year are
Good.
it's still good in grammar. I guess
that's
I don't
good.
know whether I just
That's
have
good.
good students.
Nasa honors class. Di ba?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But in levels of meaning or levels of insight.
I think they're also feeling the scourge of social media. Yung parang, I think there's but they have to use it.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're in it.
Yes.
So, but they're also, I think, beginning to parang ako I haven't changed my teaching.
That's true.
I don't.
It's still your handouts.
Yeah,
Your
but-
article. You don't project them.
No.
Hindi USB yon. Iba
No.
pa rin. Ganda ng ano.
Because I want to
It's a one-to-one,
I want to talk immediately. Like, what do you? Suddenly I catch somebody. What do you think?
Iba yung nuance, di ba? Na,
Yeah, and somebody has to. And I think some of them really try to express what they really. You get them to at a point where they are willing to just say what they want to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Yung mahirap yun, no?
Yeah.
Where they don't put on a persona.
That's true.
They don't put up a front.
Yeah.
I think those are the moments na you really come to touch where people touch one another.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very important. Yung like conversations where
Yes, nakikita nila on.
this
Pero that's very
unguarded,
real.
you just say what you
That's true.
experience, what you're reflecting at the moment. Well, I think that's why it's fun.
That's true. Social media, ikaw, parang hanggang, it's your life now, of course.
It's a big part of my life, but it's definitely not my life.
Yes.
If there's anything actually that I want, because my fear now is that my children, that will be more their life.
Are there rules?
No, because they're so small. But I'm sure when they enter like high school, it will be their life. So
assignments
it's
nga daw sa grade school ngayon, nasa Facebook.
Yeah,
no?
it's so difficult.
Oh,
I have no idea how I'll handle it with them. Yeah.
Also, pero ikaw, parang saan papunta? Saan madadalhin yung social media engagement?
Yes.
Okay, at least.
Yeah. I know that it's only a reflection of who I am, but it's not who I am. And I'm very
Ang ganda.
conscious to be real in the sense that I don't want it to be a best foot forward
That's
platform,
true. But
because
real.
I think that's what sets the unrealistic expectations for young people, that they
Yeah.
see all these wonderful lives, but life isn't like that. So yeah, I hope to use it that way.
Ganda.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Hopes for yourself. Ano pa? What else do you have to accomplish? 75. 75 ka na next month. Okay.
Well, I think I'll have to write some things down.
Yes.
I look forward.
So
Yeah, because I hope to do that, and I also I have certain plans to help in certain foundations.
Ayun.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
you have to
What you stand for, yung giving back.
You have to give back. Like you can't take it with you.
That's true.
You have to find.
Bianca, ikaw, the other things you wanna do?
Mia, well, I'm still raising 2 small children, but I hope that when they're a bit bigger and more self-sufficient, I want to study talaga again.
Yeah.
Ang ganda.
Yeah.
That's ano.
What are the names of your children?
Lucia and Carmen.
Di ba?
2 girls.
Yes.
Lucia is a nice.
We wanted very classic names.
Yeah.
Let's indulge her kasi yun. Bihira din siya.
Hi.
Well, thank you, Bianca. How to say thank you? Ano yung pwede nating pagpasalamat kay Bianca?
Sabi
Number
naman,
one,
is
ako
this a
talaga.
birthday tribute?
No. For
Si
you.
Doc ang next.
Mamaya, of course na. No, ako, thank you for learning how to say no earlier on in your life. Ako kasi, yun yung isa sa mga lessons na nakuha ko from the university. Dati kasi, tanggap tayo ng tanggap habang nasa university. But when you're there in the field, natutunan, we are defined by the things and people we say no to. And that defines us. And it was too early. Yung ganda nga na alam mo na yung gusto mo. And then na-carry niya yung tinuro niyo sa amin na pagiging wounded healer. Yun nga, pero you are. Tanggap mo na you're not perfect, you're broken, but then in your brokenness, you're able to help other people who are broken. Yun. That's her in media now. Parang, you're a healer, parang ikaw yung tagabigay ng mga sagot sa mga tao. You attempt to do that.
Tagahanap ng sagot for them.
Tagahanap ng sagot for them. Parang liaison or parang mediator. Doc, ikaw, para sa kanya, ano yung ano yung sa kanya? Yun.
No, I've always admired Bianca from, in my own quiet way. I feel happy every time I see her on you used to come to my classes, di ba?
I was
white shirt
at the back.
and then jeans. And
when I graduated na high, I'd love to sit in again.
Yeah, she came with, sino ba yung
Tammy.
yung kaklase mo na?
Tammy.
Yes.
Before, we sat in...
Is that the Tammy yung does she have a shop here?
No, different.
Iba
She
yun.
lives abroad na. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always, bringing you up.
Actually,
That's the thing, no? Parang you have to lift
you know
people.
You must surprise my class one day by coming
Yes,
back.
I will. No, you know what?
Kasi-
I remember a lower classman made me kwento, hey, you know what? Dr. Garcia mentioned you in class today. And he said, yeah, she used to sit over here, go like that. And then when I heard that, I was like, oh my God! I made it! I felt like I made it!
Yun
Every time there's a girl named Bianca, I said, do you know Bianca Gonzalez? reference yun.
Oh my
At gandang
goodness.
impact. Okay,
Wow.
say your thank yous already to Doc.
Oh wow!
Celebrating
Always,
his
whenever
75th.
they ask me like the favorite teacher who changed your life, professor who changed the way you see things in the world, it's really the first name and only name that I always say is really Dr. Garcia. And imagine I'm just one. We're just two of how many students you've done that for. So I will not ever get tired of saying thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, I hope to sit in your class again
And thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Ay, nako, Doc.
Thank you for saying yes.
Ay, ito, yung last, kasi sinulat kailangan ko sa inyo.
Oh.
We really have no choice but to really get to know ourselves better. Know who you are and what you really want from life, and later what you stand for. That's what you taught us.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, the oldest advice you gave us, to know ourselves. This has been so urgent today because now we have competition. Competition like Google, Facebook, Instagram, social media, Amazon, even the government. They're all relying on the big data or machine learning to get to know us better and better. They can reduce us to numbers or data, algorithms, and statistics. We are no longer living in the era of hacking computers anymore. We're living in the era of hacking humans. So once the corporations and the governments know us better than ourselves, they could control us and manipulate us, and you won't realize it. So if you want to stay in the game, make a real dent, know ourselves, and more than Google does or more than social media does. So we have to thank you for that, for rooting us in arts and culture. Kasi yun yung kaibahan. Yun din talaga, Doc, yung kaibahan.
I'm happy that
and that's a good
yeah,
so,
that you're
happy birthday. Happy
Advance happy birthday.
Matagal pa.
Yun. Parting words for those people listening to us. So it is a good afternoon
Thank you.
of teachers and mentors and students na lahat tayo. Parang yun nga, tinutuloy lang natin yung kabutihang natatanggap natin kung nasan man tayo. Doc, yun, parting words.
Well, it's good. Parang, it's as if we can continue the conversation
That's
so
true.
naturally.
That's true.
I'm happy that we don't meet very often, but when we do, parang walang interruption, and that's a gift because very few people can do that. Now you can continue immediately. You can get back, and I think I'm grateful for that.
Ganda lang. Bianca, end it. Go.
Me, I think I'm so thankful for this afternoon, and you both said it earlier, and siguro too, if any younger or young at heart person is listening, what I take from this is you really have to continue to open doors for others, because right now I'm with two people who have opened doors for me, and that motivates me to never shut the door on others and just keep on opening doors for others, because we're all interconnected, and it's we are the other.
That's true.
And we're
That's true.
sobrang atanista but man
That's
for
true.
others.
Our
Let's
people.
keep opening doors for others.
Yeah.
Ang ganda. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
alam niyong mahal ko kayo. Sobra kita. These are the people na yun. Nagpapabigay sa atin ng tiwala na nandyan pwedeng magmahal at pwedeng magmahal ng lubos. Ito yun. Ano?
And thank you for calling me
Maraming
Tata.
salamat. Tata pa talaga yan sa 24.
Tata.
Kasi in the middle of things, administration, when you feel your family, yan talaga nakikita ko, ay pagod na siya. Talagang pagod siya kung tahimik siya.
That's
Yun
what I
talaga.
called my father, Tata.
Tata.
That's Ilocano for father.
But thank you really. Next week we won't be on air because there's a way of the cross. So we'll be together March na. But I hope like we can visit you on your birthday and probably sit in one of your classes. So stay relevant, be relevant, and stay relevant. Always level up. Always. We'll see you again next week. Dito lang sa All Caps at Tineka Level Up.
Mga Katipuneros, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.